What is an elevator pitch? An elevator pitch is the term that we use to refer to that 40-second introduction that a candidate is going to use at the start of a networking event, a quick conversation, or perhaps even in an elevator if you have the opportunity to meet someone who could be a great networking partner. We don't want to confuse the elevator pitch with your tell me about yourself. Your tell me about yourself is typically a 2-minute introduction or a walk through your resume, where you're going to talk through your chronological work and professional experiences. But back to that elevator pitch. So your elevator pitch is going to be about 40 seconds. And in that pitch, we want to hear key words that are about you, your personal brand, character traits, professional and educational experiences. In short, we love to hear about your past, present, and future. So where have you been? What types of skills and experiences have you been acquiring and building on? What are you doing now? Pursuing that MBA, pursuing a master's degree, and where are you looking to target that or to point that degree towards? I'm eager to move into a strategy role in the food and agriculture space. So we want to hear what you did in the past, what you're doing now, and where you're looking to go in the future. But interspersed throughout that are going to be strong character traits and professional traits about you. Next, we want to build out a higher level look at what you've done professionally and academically that brings you to this point. For example, you may want to start with, my love of marketing began in my undergraduate career, where I then pursued roles in the marketing space within the food and agriculture industry. Next, you'll want to highlight what you're doing now. I'm currently pursuing my Master's of Business Administration at the Carlson School, or I'm currently pursuing my business analytics degree. And why is it that you're doing that? What are you hoping to gain out of that experience? And then finally, we want to think about the future. Where are you looking to point that degree towards? For example, I'm eager to continue to accelerate my marketing career and move into a higher marketing position, such as an associate marketing manager within the food and agriculture space. That's the basic template, but of course this is something that you should be customizing to fit your personality and your needs. Elevator pitches never sound the same between person to person to person. They're meant to reflect your unique character. So again, you'll want to make sure that you're infusing in your elevator pitch your personal traits and strengths, highlighting where you've been, what you're doing now, and where you're looking to go. And the order and how you do that is completely up to you, but those are the key ingredients to a good elevator pitch. A few final pieces to remember when you're building out your elevator pitch. When you're connecting with a potential employment partner or a networking contact, that elevator pitch is going to signal to them a few key words so they know where to position you or who to have you talk to next. So what they're listening for are those main key words. So make sure that those key words are infused throughout your entire pitch. Another thing to remember is that a great way to end a pitch is by highlighting the company or the person that you're talking to and actually doing a nonverbal nod to them, such as, I'm really interested in learning more about videography, and pointing to the person, which is just a natural way to engage them. And finally, practice your pitch. When we get nervous, our pitch can go really fast or we can meander off in a bunch of different directions. So practice your pitch. Practice absolutely makes perfect. But remember, we don't want to be so polished that it feels like it's canned. So still keep that extemporaneous speaking style, but make sure that in your mind, you can see the highlights and those keywords that you want to be hitting along the way. Enough of me. Now let's start listening to a few examples of strong elevator pitches.
So I spent the last 5 years working in the nonprofit industry for a nonprofit in Chicago that helps first-generation students to realize their potential and navigate college. While I was there, we tripled in size. And in addition to knowing that I loved helping students to realize their potential, I realized that I really liked organizational growth and thinking about the changes that come with culture shifts and a growing organization. And I figured out that that is what I wanted to do for my full-time job instead of just operating in the nonprofit sector. So I decided to apply to get my MBA so that I could shift into an organizational strategy role within a large company and really expand my impact. So I chose Carlson School of Management for its amazing human resources and MBA programs and landed at General Mills this summer for my internship in HR strategy, and I'm going to be going back there full-time.
Hi, my name is Audrey Atkinson. I'm a senior at the Carlson School of Management studying MIS and marketing. This summer I spent my time at Medtronic in the IT department of business intelligence. So I was doing a lot of dashboarding, data analytics work. I'm also in the Carlson Brands Enterprise, where I work on teams of MBAs to do real consulting projects for Fortune 500 companies in the Twin Cities that are marketing focused. It's currently I'm looking to expand into consulting to combine both of those passions of business and tech.
All right, hi, my name is Sid. I have about 6 years of work experience working in road construction, mining and excavation industry. I worked across 3 continents, and after finishing my undergrad in mechanical engineering, I went on to work for this company called Atlas Copco. I started my career as a product designer working in India, and soon moved into a role of internal consultant, engineering consultant. I started working with a small client in Brazil that I built up. And while working and living in Brazil, my work with the client got noticed by the corporate headquarters in Belgium, where I was invited to come and work with the global R&D team. During my time in Belgium, which was around 4 years, I worked on new product development and worked very closely with the corporate strategy team, helping them understand where to play, how to win. That was the point when I realized that I have a strong affinity towards the business side of things, and that's when I decided to pursue a master's in business administration. During this time, I also wanted to differentiate my MBA, so I pursued a master's in business analytics. And the dual degree has brought me to the stage where I actually interned with Deloitte over the summer, and I'm going back this January.